Hi folks, welcome to my hybrid public speaking class for the summer. I'm glad that you are taking the class, especially as a hybrid. It's a lot easier than the online where you have to, get your own audience and record and upload to YouTube and all that. You got a built-in audience, you get to learn from your classmates. It's great. All right, so I just want to give you a little info. This is a 10-week course, but we still have to cover the same amount of information as a 16-week version, so it is going to move fast, okay? I've switched the speeches a little to give you one of the easier ones sooner so that you have more time for the ones that require lots of research and preparation, but it is still going to move really fast, okay? We will meet 5 Friday mornings, June 3rd for the process speeches, June 17th for the special occasion and impromptu speeches, July 1st for the informative, July 15th for the persuasive, July 29th for the career speeches. We'll start at 9, so please be on time and be ready to go. It will last until 12:50, but we may get out a little earlier than that because the idea is that on hybrid weeks, you're doing classroom work and the other doing online, but you'll have online work every week, so really we're going to use the meetings to do the speeches, cover a little bit of material, what's coming next, difficult things, but basically it's to do speeches. You must be at all class meetings. It is not optional. If you miss a meeting, there's not a makeup date for speeches. The only way you can make it up is if it's something that's a written, documentable, really serious excuse, then you will probably be allowed to make it up, but you will have to gather an audience and record your speech in front of them outside of class time, because I will only be on campus the 5 Fridays that we have class. I live 70 minutes away, and I really can't drive down there, almost 3 hours in the car so that you can make up a 5-minute speech. So if you were allowed to make it up, which it has to really be extenuating circumstances, then you would need to record it yourself and turn it in well before the next speech is due, because you need to get feedback on it on how to improve for the next one. Just as a side note, if you come late to class on a day that we're giving speeches, don't come in if somebody's giving a speech. Just wait till they're done. You can hear the applause and then come on in and sit down and get ready to do your speech. Please do, if you're late, please don't be really late, because, if we started at 9 and we're done with speeches at 10:15, 10:30, and you show up at 11 o'clock and we're going over information for the next speech, we're not going to stop and go back and let you make up your speech because you were, hour and a half late. So you need to be there at 9 o'clock ready to go, okay? For online work, you need to log in frequently and keep up with your discussion boards, your quizzes, any other little assignments you may have as we go. You won't have regular homework like answer the questions on this reading or whatever, but you do need to keep up with the readings and the other assignments as we go. And there will be 2 discussion boards a lot of weeks because we're moving fast. Southside policy is that if you don't log in for 2 weeks, or if you log in and I can see that you've logged in but you haven't done any work, which is the same thing as not logging in, you have to be dropped. So if you have something come up, if you know you're going to be on vacation 1 week, hopefully it's not a week we have a speech due, then make sure you let me know what's going on so I don't drop you. To get started, you need to go over everything in the menu. When you open up the course, there's the menu on the left-hand side. Go through the syllabus, the schedule, the instructor information, the modules, assignments, all of that. You'll have a module each week that will lead you through exactly what you need to do. But you can also access the assignments where the quizzes and speech descriptions are, the journal and the discussion boards outside of the module as well. So once you've kind of worked your way through the module, if you just need to go back and do discussion responses, you can just go straight to the discussion board. There is no textbook for this class. You will have free online readings that I'll put in the module each week, and I will leave the modules available so you can go back and read them if you need to. Just follow the schedule clearly. Each week it says this is what's due. This is what you need to start Monday. Here's what's due Wednesday. Here's what's due Friday. Here's what's due Sunday. Just keep on top of that. I do drop the lowest quiz and lowest discussion grade in case something goes wrong or you just forget 1 week. But other than that, you need to turn things in on time. You do have your first speech at our first meeting on the 3rd, the process speech. It's a demonstration speech where you're teaching us to do a task like how to change a diaper, how to pitch a slider, how to make fudge brownies, you know, whatever. It needs to be something you know how to do well and you think would be interesting for us. If you want to demonstrate it yourself, make sure you're still making eye contact with us and not just staring at whatever process it is you're doing. If you want to get somebody in the audience to help, that's great. Just prep them ahead of time. Make sure everything is prepped in advance so you're not opening packages and trying to cut up vegetables or prepare things. Make sure everything is exactly how you need it ready to go to just explain that process. Bam, bam, bam. You have 3 to 5 minutes to do this in, so you need to make sure you've got everything how you want it ahead of time. And then the only thing you need to turn in is a typed list of the steps of your process. You know, step 1, open the brownie package, excuse me. Step 2, dump it in a bowl or whatever, okay? Just a little word about the discussion forums. The way it should work as far as the timeline goes is you need to do the reading that's related to that discussion forum before you do the form. And then you need to post your answer, your thread in response to my prompt by Wednesday night at midnight. And then you have until Sunday night at midnight to respond to at least 2 people and to respond to anything anybody said to you about your thread, okay? Everybody really needs to do their first post by Wednesday so that there's something for everybody else to go in and read and respond to and discuss. If everybody waits till Sunday night, there's no actual discussion happening. And I will go in and see kind of what people are saying. I'll make comments. I'll ask other questions. So you really need to be paying attention to what's going on, because if I ask you a question and you don't answer me, that's not good. So just make sure that you follow that timeline and log in frequently. Okay, I think that's enough to get you started. We'll do questions and answers and stuff on the 3rd as well, but you do have 2 discussion boards this week and some readings to do and some other things. So just make sure you open up Module 1, and I'll be adding the others, you know, as we go along. But make sure you open that up and follow along with what's required for this week. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I look forward to meeting you all and seeing your speeches on the 3rd.